Pennsylvania authorities announced on Tuesday that the man accused of killing 4 University of Idaho students would be extradited to Idaho, marking the start of legal proceedings against the suspect after more than a month-long investigation. The suspect appeared at the Monroe County Courthouse in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, on Tuesday, where he waived his extradition rights. Within 10 days, he will be moved to Idaho, where he will make another court appearance, and where critical information about the suspect and the killings could be released, experts told Insider. He likely waived it because he is ready to be back in Idaho and have an appearance in court, Danielle Slakoff, an assistant professor of criminal justice at Sacramento State University, told Insider. The Idaho law states that the probable cause affidavit, the document that spells out some of the evidence and circumstances leading to the arrest, cannot be released until he appears in court. After that initial court appearance, details of the affidavit used to support his arrest warrant could be released. At a press conference on Tuesday, Pennsylvania State Police announced that the suspect would be transported back to Idaho to face the 4 first-degree murder charges as well as a felony burglary charge filed against him by Idaho prosecutors. Usually, it doesn't make sense to fight extradition. We saw it with Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX recently, former federal prosecutor Nima Rahmani told Insider. In the Constitution, each state is required to honor a valid arrest warrant issued by a judge in another state. Details of the investigation have been few and far between. The suspect, a Washington State University criminal justice graduate student, was arrested on December 30, 2022. He faces charges related to the killings of 21-year-old Kaylee Gonsalves, 21-year-old Madison Mogan, 20-year-old Shauna Coronado, and 20-year-old Ethan Chapin, all students at the University of Idaho. Last week, investigators ran DNA found at the off-campus house where the victims lived in a public genealogy database and matched it with the suspects, sources told ABC News. No motive has been released by authorities yet. The students were stabbed in their sleep after a night out on November 13, 2022. On Tuesday, Moscow, Idaho, police obtained a court order barring them from sharing any information about the case with the media or public, which could stifle the trickle of information about how the investigation is progressing, according to News Nation. Prosecutors will need to show how the murders were premeditated. The murder charges are first degree, which means that it was premeditated. There is some plotting and planning involved when you have that, Rahmani said. On Tuesday, Pennsylvania authorities announced that the suspect had been arrested at his parents' Pennsylvania home and that officers broke windows and doors in order to enter the house and detain the suspect. Rahmani added that once in Idaho, there could be a push to hold proceedings or a trial in a different venue, keeping in mind jury selection due to the intense media and public interest that the case has generated. Proceedings will be in Idaho, but potentially not in Moscow. It will still be somewhere in Idaho, but even if you change the venue, there is so much national interest on a case like this, one of the most gruesome murders in Idaho state history, Rahmani told Insider. I really don't know how much that would help the defense. The suspect's attorney Jason LaBar told NBC's Today Show on Tuesday that his client was very calm and that he believes he's going to be exonerated. LaBar mentioned that the death penalty could be in play. The suspect's family told ABC News in a statement that they care deeply for the 4 families who have lost their precious children. There are no words that can adequately express the sadness we feel, they added.